Hello, or welcome to Frank's Talk Show. Today's trending news is that Xiaomi encountered another car accident. Xiaomi, the China-based famous electric vehicle and intelligent car brand, just encountered another car accident. It is a painful and cruel news reports. And the car accident happened in Chengdu City, Sichuan province. It happened at night or nearly 3 o'clock a.m. in an atypical traffic lane. It reminded me another car accident with Xiaomi. It happened in May 2025 and a Xiaomi YU7, I remember that car. Xiaomi YU7 collided to a guard railing and began to blaze. But its door is an electric door. It is completely locked. No one could open. 3 college girls just lost their life in Tongling City, Anhui province. A victim's mother was very angry about that issue, and he released a post about the fact, and it mentioned 2 points. The point 1 is that the rescue team arrived at the car accident site just an hour later, and there is no rescue during an hour after the car accident happened, and it just let the fire to blaze. The second point is that such an technology is completely on development. How could it be sold to common people? Until now, the local traffic department, Xiaomi, did not release any further research report until today. And who will be responsible for that severe car accident? Is it the local traffic team or rescue team or Xiaomi? It is still remain unclear. But after looking into the accident, the current situation is that every part is trying every effort to keep their parent silent, and such a post has already been deleted, and she will not allowed to submit any more appeals. And local government is making every effort to cool off the accident, and it hopes that people can remember it soon. But to be honest with you, that Chinese people are golden fish. Their memory is only sustain 7 seconds. And finally, the government will not take any responsibility about the tragedy, and Xiaomi will continue to sell its advanced electric vehicles, and then the car accident will definitely continue, and that is a vicious circle, and it has already formed a complete closed loop about the issue. When it comes to Xiaomi, Tesla is a must-to-mention brand because Lei Jun, its director, said Xiaomi will catch up Tesla, and it has already issued lots of technology which has already outperformed that by Tesla. But after checking some news online, Tesla did not encounter such severe car accident just like Xiaomi. I believe that is a probability theory and I think Tesla's sales volume outperforms that of Xiaomi, and if the base number is high, and it will receive more car accidents because the accident is in direct proportion to its sales volume, and in accordance with such a theory, Tesla it will report more car accidents about Tesla, but the car accident about Tesla was always caused by human, and its intelligent driving is quite excellent. Is that Tesla has already manipulated China's broadcasting or public opinion? I believe the answer is no, and it is completely impossible for Tesla to block or hide its negative news reports. But on contrary, if it is a single tiny problem about Tesla's vehicle, it will trigger a wave of blame. Even it will activate war of words, and some wolf warriors will blame Tesla seriously. Even its design of car font is ugly, and its inner decoration is too simple. That already became an excuse to blame. And if Tesla encounters some accident, those Chinese journalists will not turn blind to it. So, as there is a popular saying goes, if you want to buy an electric vehicle, Tesla is your top priority. If you want to buy some gasoline vehicle, Toyota is your top choice, and I believe that is true. In other words, I believe that if your problem is disclosed, is found, is reported, and it will give you a chance to study it, to research it. If you are blamed, it is a good opportunity for you to correct it. But if the accident and its root reason is hidden, you are not allowed to make any research into it or make any probe into it. You will never know what happened, and there is no chance to correct its hidden risks. Of course, Xiaomi, Huawei, and BYD are those famous national brands. They are not to be blamed, and people are not allowed to make any supervision, blame, or criticism to such famous names, even just like the glory of the party. And if they are not allowed to find any problems, there is no opportunity for them to provide high quantity products and service to the public, and soon they will not be trustable. Some automobile data recorders show that the Xiaomi vehicle was swerving when the car accident happened. It overspeeded and soon out of control and hit into the green belt. Finally, it slipped into the opposite lane and began to blaze. And some passersby began to rescue, and they hoped they could save the driver. They just hit the door with arms and shoes. Even they want to crash the glass, but finally they failed to open the door, and the driver was trapped in the car, and the car was firing. Both Xiaomi and its director kept silent to the accident. Some wolf warriors or zealots claimed that the car accident was caused by drunk driving, and the door became deformed after hitting into the guard railing. But some white men said that drunk driving has nothing to do with the blazing, and the car is equipped with electric door. Under such an emergency situation, the electric door should be open. It cannot be completely locked. It must be a system problem or mechanical problem. It is quite easy to understand that presumption. And the door was completely closed. Even the firefighters had to open it with some violent dismantling tools, and after violent dismantling, the door became deformed. Some netizens also found a post issued by Xiaomi, and Xiaomi advertised that its car can brake immediately at 200 kilometers per hour. Is that a false advertisement or crooked promotion? Because the car did not brake when the car accident happened, I believe that it is completely marketing schemes or propaganda schemes. I think that a person should be responsible for its recognition, and he is also liable for his own life. The driver bought a Xiaomi EV, and it cost almost over 520,000 yuan, and he bought this car only to satisfy his emotion value, and finally he lost his life. I just guess that such a car accident will be neglected, and there will be no more further investigation. Both local government and Xiaomi will also keep silent to the issue, and their parents or friends will, and I believe, I think the driver's parents or relatives will not make any voices any longer, because their channel will be seriously blocked, and Xiaomi will continue its sales, and it will see more car accidents if there is no more research and the problems remain unsolved. Thank you all. Welcome to This is Today's Frank Show. That is all.